Hello and welcome to Cool Shooter's Airgun Review. Today we're going to be taking a look at the Artemis SMK M16D in .22 caliber. And before we go ahead, I'd just like to say all my reviews are my personal opinion only on these guns. Thank you. Right, first of all, let's see what it comes with out of the box. It comes within the box with a free moderator suppressor, which is really good. It comes with one 11-shot rotary magazine in 2.22, a 13 if you have 177. It comes with a single shot tray. It also comes with spare seals and O-rings. So now let's have a look at the gun itself. From the barrel end, we've got the moderator suppressor, which does a very good job, does quieten the gun down. As we come along, we've got this nice shrouded barrel that looks really nice. As we come along the end of the barrel, we have a dovetail rail for your scope fixing. A nice side lever cocking mechanism, which works really well, especially after you put a few slugs for it and it beds in. It's really nice. We then come along to a beach stock, which is nice. Nothing flashed, not got fantastic grain on it, but it is what it is. We've got a 400cc steel bottle, which is a 200 bar fill, which will return you in this caliber of .22 around about 260 shots, which is a really good shot count. In 177 you're probably looking at around 220, 230, which is still a lot of shots. As we come down the gun, we have the air pressure filler. No need for a probe because your quick fit connector on your whip, on your bottle, will fit straight onto this and you can fill with air. The other thing I like about this gun is fully regulated. So it comes with a regulator gauge, which is really good on a gun of this price. It has a 2-stage trigger, which is adjustable, and if you can see under there, there's a little on and off switch, which is the safety switch. Not the best in the world, it does the job. And the thing I really like as well is on this side of the gun you have your air pressure filler gauge, which is great. You're not looking down the end of the barrel, which you do on most guns, so that's really good. I will say these are fully regulated, which is really good for what you pay for these guns, but it does take 2 or 3 tins of pellets for it before the regulator actually beds itself in, and once it's bedded itself in, it works really well. Now as we come along the gun, there's nowhere really I found to fit a bipod, which, because on the stock here there's not a lot of room. You could probably put one there, a stud, but you're pushing it a bit far back on the gun. It's not really going to do a lot of good. So a gentleman on eBay has come up with this idea here with a triple Picatinny bottle mount for a bipod, which is really good. Just slides on the bottle, plenty of room between the barrel and the bottle, so the barrel's not touching the clamp. You just put your bipod on it, do it up, and you're away. Really good idea. Makes a lot of difference to the gun. Now basically it's a really nice gun for the money. I mean, you can pick these up now for around the $450, and I have seen them as cheap as £400. I know a lot of people don't like them because they think, oh, Chinese, it's a bit snobbery on the airgun world. I think there's nothing wrong with these at all. I've owned 3, and I've still got the M16 standard model, which is the rifle with this cylinder in 177, and that is really nice gun. Never had any problems because they do come with a year's manufacturer's warranty from SMK or your dealer, wherever you buy them from. But I've never had any issues whatsoever, so I can't complain. I will say the magazines can be a little bit fiddly, but nothing once you know what you're doing. Now they're a rotary magazine, a bit like the Day State with a magnet or the Brocop. But it's quite simple. You just drop your pellet in, and what you need to do is you need to just seat the pellet, because otherwise it hits the skirt of the mag. So all you do is you just push your pellet down like that, another pellet in, just sit it down, turn it round, seat it in like that, turn it round. Simple, and they work faultlessly. So nothing wrong with those. The actual magazine loads from the left hand side, and like I said, they just slide in, just a little touch, the magnet just draws it in. Really, really good. Let's just release that up. So the other thing I found was, when you fit your scope, you will need minimum mounts at least, because you need the space between the scope and the magazine. So when you put the magazine in, you're not hitting your scope. So depending on what scope you use and your preference, minimum would be the least, and if not, you'd have to use high mounts, but that's not a real problem. The gun itself can be very, very pellet fussy. I've tried all the high-end pellets, JSB, Daystay, Air Arms. It didn't like them at all. I ended up with the Crossman Premier, which were good, the RWS Superdomes, which are good, and H&N FTTs, which were really good. Now at 35 to 40 yards I was shooting. That's what I normally shoot at the range and things like that, or in my garden. I found I was shooting off the bipod, off a table, and I was getting tight groups under a 5p. So I was quite impressed with that. So I went with the RSW Superdomes, because obviously they're £10 a tin, where the Crossmans and etc. are around about the £15 mark, and they're doing exactly the same thing. So it's great. I'm saving a third, well, you know, on the price of pellets. So I was quite happy with that. I would say this gun, in my opinion, I bought it personally because I'm normally a 177 man. I bought it personally because I've got a relation that's got a bit of land. I wanted to do a bit of vermin control on it. So I wanted a bit more knockdown power. So that's what I purchased this for, and it's done the job fantastically. It's very pointable, not very heavy. It's about 6.5 pounds unscoped, but it's really nice. It's a comfortable rifle, very comfortable. But I would say this is more a hunter come plinking rifle. I wouldn't say it's a target rifle. As I stated, my M16 standard cylinder model in 177 is a bit more accurate for the target shooting. I mean, you can use that for hunting as well, but I wanted this purely for one thing. But for around the 450 to 400 mark that I've seen them for, fully regulated, the bottle and what it comes with it, you can't go wrong. You know, it's a fantastic piece of kit, to be quite honest. And that's my opinion. And I'll probably put 10 tins of pellets through this, and it's faultless. I would say when you first get it, you need to give the barrel a good clean out, because the Chinese, when they send these out to ship them, they pack the insides and with this black grease. It's quite gungy, so it would really hinder your pellet testing. So give it a good clean out before you start any pellet testing. But do give it time and persevere for a little while. So just take a little while to bed in. But they come with a full manufacturer's 1 year guarantee from SMK, and you should get that through your RFD as well. So yeah, a lot of gun for no money. And like I said, I just think a lot of people don't like the Chinese guns, but I think that's just airgun snobbery. So my personal opinion is, if you've got 400 to 450 quid to spend and you want a really good PCP, go for one of these, because they're worth every penny. Thank you for watching, and I will be, in the next couple of weeks, on every gun that I review, I will be doing a field test. So I'll put the camera on it and you can see exactly what these guns do and how they perform. So thank you very much for watching, and see you on the next review.